country music legend Dolly Parton has died.
Her family announcing the news a short time ago, sharing this message with her fans.
She never saw a door she couldn't open, and the doors she opened made and changed history. My family and I have shared a lifetime of beautiful memories with Dolly, but so have you. She has always been on your television, your record player, your CD, and on your phone playlist, becoming an extended part of your family whether you liked it or not. Our family and the team she has entrusted with her legacy will work diligently to ensure her spirit will live with us forever. Dolly was a farmer, just like her daddy. He farmed the soil, she farmed songs and happiness. Dolly called me and said she wants to rest in a beautiful bed of plush cotton because after a life wearing heavy rhinestones, she finally deserves to be comfortable and have some rest.
What a great eulogy. Let's go straight to Reid Butler, who is live in Hollywood. Reid, you're at Dolly's Star there, and what a crowd behind you. No surprises there. Sad news this morning.
Sad news, Sam, the kind that really hits you in the gut. Millions loved Dolly Parton. She was larger than life. She left such an incredible legacy, and you kind of got the feeling that she was going to live forever. Such was her persona and her presence, but sadly, no, she's only human. As one devastated fan here told me a short time ago, we're seeing tributes coming in from high-profile names across the political and entertainment spectrum. We've seen country music star Reba McEntire. She posted, "I just got the news that my buddy Dolly passed onto the higher and greater side. She's going to have a blast in heaven singing all her favourite songs." From Dionne Warwick, we have seen, "I will certainly miss her laughter, jokes and her being. Rest well and in total peace, my friend." Keith Urban, "Heartbroken today, Dolly Parton. Honestly, I have no words right now." And from the US President Donald Trump, he says he's very sad to report Dolly Parton, one of the greatest country singers and far beyond ever, has just passed away. And the American flag will be flying at half-mast throughout the United States. Certainly incredibly sad. The latest details, guys, from TMZ is that Dolly was recently admitted to hospital in Nashville suffering autoimmune and kidney issues. Apart from that, not a lot is known about those exact health struggles, but wow, what a sad day.
It is a sad day. Thank you, Reid. And obviously this hasn't happened very long ago, so we will bring you all the information as it comes into the newsroom this morning. Now, Dolly's career spanned nearly 6 decades, a true trailblazer. She opened the door and led the way for many more women in the industry.
But it wasn't all just about her big hair and her big voice. Her philanthropy, that was truly one of a kind. Nine's Damien Ryan compiled this tribute.
Let's give her a great big welcome. Pretty Miss Dolly Parton.
Don't try to cry your way out of this. Don't try to lie.
From the big wigs to that big voice, no one did it like Dolly.
Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Steady getting by. It's all taking and no giving.
The queen of country music, whose reign would redefine the genre.
Baby, I'm burning out of control. Baby, I'm burning body and soul.
But long before the rhinestones and record deals, there was just a girl with a dream. Dolly Rebecca Parton, born in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee in 1946. Her childhood was humble, growing up as one of 12 kids in a poor family.
People asked me if we were Catholic because we had so many children. I said, no, just horny Baptist.
They lived together in a single-room log cabin. Her love affair with music began almost as soon as she could talk, singing gospel hymns at the town church. By 10 years old, she was performing on regional radio. Then came her first signal.
Well, happy love, they all call it puppy love. The perfect pair, the kiss and hug, and I like it. It's puppy love.
She used the money to create her signature look.
Although I'm a natural blonde, my hair started getting a dishwater dirty blonde, and I didn't like it. It wasn't radiant enough to suit me.
Her talent too big for the Smokies. The day after Dolly finished high school, she packed her guitar and headed for Nashville. In her search for success, she stumbled upon her sweetheart. Outside the wishy-washy laundromat on her first day in the Music City, she met Carl Dean, the man she'd been married to for almost 60 years. At the age of 21, she released her debut album.
You're as helpless as a baby, but I love you, understand. I'm just getting tired of being your candy man.
And the hits kept coming.
My coat of many colors that my mama made for me, made only from rags, but I wore it so proudly.
Then in 1973, we met the redhead, Jolie.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
Jolene didn't actually exist. Dolly based her off a bank teller who flirted with her husband. It was a running joke between them.
I know he was spending more time in the bank than we had money, so I called him on it.
Her songs earning her millions, even when sung by others. It won Whitney a Grammy. Dolly picked up 10 of her own, including one for her working women's anthem.
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life.
Tumble out of bed and stumble in the kitchen.
In the shower and the blood starts pumping.
Isn't that a great line?
Yes, every once in a while I'll come across a line and I think, whoa, thank you, Lord, because I know I wouldn't have thought of that on my own. Ain't that, ain't that clever?
So God gets the credit and you get the cash.
Exactly.
9 to 5, the soundtrack to the cult classic film Dolly starred in, alongside Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda.
If you ever say another word about me or make another indecent proposal, I'm going to get that gun of mine, and I'm going to change you from a rooster to a hen with one shot.
Then came Kenny, in what was considered the most successful duo of its time. She once said she had a brain beneath the wigs and a heart beneath the bust. Her dedication to philanthropy a constant through her career. In 1995, she launched a global program providing more than 200 million books to children.
Even if you can't afford to go to college or to go to school like my dad, if you can read, you can self-educate yourself.
She opened the gates to her own theme park in Tennessee, boosting her hometown's economy and delivering countless jobs. Then, during the pandemic, she donated $1 million to help fund the Moderna vaccine.
Vaccine, 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 vaccine.
Dolly was the real deal.
Thank you.
Dickie joins us now in studio to discuss. Good morning.
Morning, Sam.
Such sad news this morning. What was your reaction when you heard?
I was actually doing an interview with a whole bunch of international journalists at 4 a.m. this morning when suddenly the news came through and everybody was just shocked, and it was like people were just, I've got to go, we've got to report on this. It's just such a huge outpouring of grief. She was so loved. She was such a great artist. She was a singer, she was a prolific songwriter and actress. She was a philanthropist. She just ticked a lot of boxes. She was like the mother to the country music world, and flags will be flying at half-mast for a week, apparently, in America. So much love.
It's very rare in this day and age that when someone passes, or any time really, that 100% of the feedback is positive. There will not be a person today that says a bad thing about this woman, which is extraordinary how many lives she has touched.
Well, yeah, I think one of her great legacies is her imagination library. In America, and now in many other countries around the world, including Australia, when kids are born, you can enroll your child, and from the ages of 1 to 5, every month you'll be delivered an age-appropriate book. Her father couldn't read, and in his honour she created this imagination library. Various other people have donated to her. But to give the gift, she says, whether you might become a minister or an inventor or whatever, you need to learn to read. And so she was feeding the mind with her imagination library. And I think, apart from the beautiful music and her wonderful acting and wonderful life, that gift to the world is incredible.
Because of the singing and the songwriting and the acting, she's touched a lot of famous people too. Who has paid tribute?
Well, we've
to
heard a
those?
few people. I mean, everyone is saying, as you said, the world feels a lot less sparkly all of a sudden. That's Casey Musgrave's beautiful tribute. Kelly Clarkson said Dolly Parton had a way of making everyone feel special and seen and welcomed. And as if you were old friends, I will miss her heart and her voice, as I am sure millions will. What an incredible gift and talent she was and still is, with an amazing catalogue of art she has left behind for all of us. And Khloe Kardashian, she was a self-confessed superfan. She had a Dollywood-themed 40th birthday party in her honour. Dolly, of course, bought this old theme park and doubled its size, turned it into Dollywood. To have met her, spent time in her presence and somehow been lucky enough that Dolly Parton knew my name, I will never have words big enough for what that means to me. What an astronomical human being, what a legacy, what a loss. There will never be another Dolly. Significantly, her hubby of almost 60 years, Carl, passed away last year. They had an incredible marriage. He apparently only saw her perform once in concert. She was asked once, what's the secret to having a successful marriage? And she said, stay away.
She had so many great quotes. I think my favourite of all of her quotes was, I know I'm not dumb because I know I'm not blonde.
Yeah.
And I think Queen, she was just amazing.
And she once said, it takes a lot of money to look this cheap.
She was just wonderful.
She was.
Thank you, Dickie.
What a loss.
We'll talk to you soon.
There is a massive outpouring of sadness right around the world from friends, fans and colleagues, of course. And joining us from Nashville, Tennessee, the home of country music, singer, songwriter, superstar Chris Isaak. Chris, thank you so much for talking to us, taking time out. This sad news is still sinking in. How is Nashville reacting to Dolly's passing?
You know, it's early on, and I've only talked to a few people about it, but it's as I expected. Everybody always had nothing but good to say about Dolly Parton. Most people in show business, somebody's got a bad story about them, not Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
I'm so pleased to hear that. It feels like that should be the way it is. Chris, you've worked with Dolly, the Kenny Rogers special and various TV specials. What was it like working with the Queen of Country?
Okay, I have two things I remember, and they kind of draw a picture for me. She was doing press, and a bunch of press were surrounding Dolly, and I had an old album of hers, and my brother had asked me to get it signed. And when you folded the album out, it looked like a pinup of her in, I don't know if you guys use the term Daisy Dukes, like cut off.
Yeah. We know
She
what
had
you
Daisy
mean.
Dukes on and booze, and she looked gorgeous. And I said, Dolly, would you mind signing this? And she goes, I don't mind it. She opened it up for all the press to see. I think she was very proud of it. Yeah. And there, one other thing I remember off the show, we were working together all the time and we're backstage, and I had a moment with her and I said, Dolly, there's a rumor I've heard about you and I want to ask if you don't mind. And she goes, yeah, go ahead. And she had, follow me, she had started her career working with Porter Wagner and doing country music on a TV show way back. And then she became a very big star, and Porter Wagner had kind of had some rough years, and he had to sell his catalog of songs that he wrote, and he sold it, and sold it to Dolly Parton. Skip a few years, and he came back to her and said, Dolly, I know I sold you my catalog of songs, and I'm wondering if you would sell it back to me. And she said, no, I'll give it back to you.
Wow.
And I asked her, I said, is that a true story? And she said, yeah, and just turned. She didn't want to talk about it.
What a
she
gal.
just, but I go, man, that touched my heart because songs mean so much to a songwriter, and she knew that. And she was a businesswoman, but she had a big heart.
Chris, it feels like an almost impossible task, but how would you sum up the impact that Dolly has had on the country music industry as a whole?
You know, I think she was very traditional in, she was an entertainer, and she gave everything to be the star that she was. She was, you know, she made jokes that, you know, it takes a lot of money to look this cheap, but she was never sleazy. Never. She was always glamorous.
Yeah. She was a class act, that's for sure. Just finally, Chris, Nashville is a pretty small community. Everybody plays on everybody else's records. Everybody knows everybody and bumps into each other. She would have known everybody in town and be missed greatly, right?
You know, I go to my dentist in Nashville, and there's Dolly's picture up on the wall, and I said, "Does Dolly come here?" "Yeah, Dolly comes here." It's a small town.
Well, it's a town that'll be in mourning today and for the foreseeable future. Chris Isaak, thank you so much for joining us, mate. We do appreciate it. Lots of love, mate.